Okay, so this weekend we're gonna bake apple and banana spelt muffins. These are from the Plant-Based Cookbook. I think maybe they're my favorite recipe at the moment from there, which is quite a big statement. But my baby has the biggest sweet tooth of all time, so I've only wanted sweet stuff, and these have been incredible. They're quite fun because you can make them at the weekend and then have them as an on-the-go breakfast, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday or something, so you could make a bigger batch. They're pretty foolproof, but two things you might want to change. We use spelt flour. That swaps perfectly for plain white gluten-free flour. They don't work, we don't think, with buckwheat flour, brown rice flour, coconut flour, so wouldn't swap for those, but perfectly with plain white gluten-free flour. And then with the coconut sugar, if that's hard to get, that swaps perfectly for just plain brown sugar. But otherwise, hopefully, super, super easy, and hopefully you can make them this weekend. So first thing we need to do before we do our apple is just quickly turn the oven on 180-degree fan. And then we're just gonna peel our apple, and then you just wanna cut it up into small cubes. It can be pretty rough, but these are gonna bake in the muffin and go just so tender and delicious. Now we're gonna mix our dry ingredients together in a large bowl. So it's our spelt flour or your plain flour, and our coconut sugar or your brown sugar, bicarb, baking soda, and then a little pinch of cinnamon. And again, just keep that on hand because we're going to sprinkle it over the top of the muffins as well. And then in a separate bowl, we're gonna do our wet ingredients. So get your 3 bananas. The riper they are, the better. I wish mine were like a day or 2 days riper than they currently are, but they still work like this. Just don't use them when they're green. And you're just gonna mash those up with a fork until they're pretty nice and smooth. Then add coconut milk, but you could also use almond milk or oat milk, and your melted coconut oil. So it's cold here, so I'm just gonna melt mine quickly in a pan and then pour that in. Give that a nice stir till it's all mixed together, and then you're gonna simply just put that into the flour mix, so in with the dry ingredients, and mix it all together until it looks that kind of golden caramel muffiny delicious color. And then at that point we're just going to stir in the little apple cubes as well. That's it. And then we're literally gonna just spoon it. You want kind of 2 tablespoons-ish worth per muffin case. I have to be completely honest, I've got 11 muffins because as you might have seen, I love the muffin mix, and I've eaten one. So we've got 11 muffins today, but you will have 12. If you don't do the same thing. And then to the topping of these muffins, we're going to use our other apple. So cut it in half, and then you just want to cut it into really nice thin slices, and we're going to put 3 of those on top of each muffin. We're going to just sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on the top. Again, it looks really gorgeous when it bakes. And then you're just going to pop the whole tray in the oven 25 minutes until they're nice and golden. You can just pop a knife into the middle of one of them and just check it comes out clean. And then when they're cooked, just leave them to kind of set for the last 10 minutes or so. And then they're good to go and you can eat them all. So there we go, you can see it's so easy. You got all these gorgeous, I can't explain how good the kitchen smells, like it's crazy. And we've just been letting them cool. You can see like they've got such a nice kind of fluffy texture, look at that. And then you see those apple pieces, amazing. It's just like sweet and fruity and cinnamony and perfect, and I'm very excited to hear what you think.